What's up? Cut to the chase. No, I'm just kidding. I watch a lot of Joseph Solomon videos, and that's what he says. He's like, alright, let's cut to the chase. I'm trying not to be too loud because my roommates are asleep right now, and they can hear me mumbling because it's like, what, 1 a.m.? But we just got back from the movies. We watched this movie called The Shack, which is amazing. I totally recommend it. It's about God and the Trinity. And I really like the way that the movie goes in depth about all of it. Go watch it. I really recommend it. But I want to make my first vlog as... Reset that. This is me making my first vlog for my YouTube channel. My name is Khadijah Evans, for those who don't know, or HOBODia. What's up? Heaven is my home. I don't know who's been keeping up with my poem videos, but I've been posting a poem every other week. And so now I want to post vlogs in addition. So every other week I'm gonna post a poem, and every other week besides that I'm gonna post a vlog. So I'm from Corpus Christi, Texas. Go to school at UT Tyler. I grew up in church. A little part of my testimony. I have testimony videos earlier in my YouTube. But there goes one of my roommates right now. Look, come say hello.
What's up?
Being nosy. Oh. Just kidding. When I got to college was the first time that I really felt God. Even though I grew up in the church, they say when you have nothing left and all you have is God, you realize that He's enough, and that's very true. I learned that to be very true. But now, as I've grown closer in my relationship with God over these past 4 years, I've realized that when I don't have my alone time with God every single day, that I stray from Him. I feel disconnected. Or when I just don't have alone time with Him. So I try to tell everyone I need my alone time. That just goes into feeling loved by Him and feeling like He's actually there and He's actually a real person. And when we're on earth, it can get really tough sometimes, feeling unloved. But just remembering that you're always loved by God really, really helps it out. Which brings me to my next point, which is, it's 1 a.m., 2 a.m. I have this poem that I wrote that I want to read, y'all. That I wrote last summer when I was with my family somewhere. And I just remember something going on that day, and I just went and I laid in, and I remember laying there just feeling so unloved by the world and so like unworthy. And it's just crazy because like God makes you feel so worthy and so loved even when you're on earth and you don't feel loved by anyone. And so my Uncle Taj had a song that he had wrote, and it was called Rescue Me Again. The song was about being saved but needing to be rescued again because he had fallen again. And so I called this poem Rescue Me Again, but I also want to call it Renewed and Loved. You know, it's a horrible thing to not feel loved. To feel as though your love is not being returned. Not in an Indian giving way. Because we know the Pilgrims did not love them, except on Thanksgiving Day. But what kind of love is that, when after 24 hours it just went away? When we as humans only long for one thing. And think, but it won't mean I feel any more love than the hobo down the street. Because neither of us are home. We both constantly roam, in search of one thing and feeling alone, so trapping. So surrounded by hundreds, and telling your story again, but no one will ever understand all the messes you've been in. No one ever knows your story like you do. So we long and search for a body to just treat us as a human with a spirit and a spirit with a soul. Every day I show love that I just can't let go. And no matter how much I try, sometimes I just don't feel it inside, that anyone loves me back as much as I love them. I suck at showing it. Most times I just feel they should know it, that I love strangers and I love people. I love my mom and dad to death. I love my cousins and my friends. I love that boy who stole my innocence. I love the one who hurt my freaking heart. And I love all those people who ever tore my soul apart. I love all you evil little kids and all the evil little things you did. I love my grandma and those backstabbing ex-friends. And I love that man who took my virginity to the end. I love the haters and the triers. I truly love you all. But for some reason, at times when I lay, I don't feel a speck of love returned that second of the day. And I know some people love me It's just that it's conditional. Because if I stop loving them, they'll say, well, hell, to each its own. And I know my mom loves me. But when I get in my moods, I just don't feel it. And I'll throw out that cliche line, it's really not you, it's me. Because you could scream, I love you, Khadijah Adwoa Evans, right in my face, and I still won't hear it. I figure it's just some kind of funny wiring in my brain. Because between midnight to 3 a.m., I always feel like I'm going insane. Which is why I write this poem, because it's only relevant for 3 hours in my life each night. But for some people, this poem may be their life. So to you all who feel unloved and uncalled, in pain immense, immeasurable inside your brain, I'm here to tell you, though I don't feel that, loved, physically within some time frames, though I feel no human love, as much as I try to convince myself, I do feel a different form of love. A love from the guy, you guessed it, above. I feel his spirit inside me saying, Dia, it's all gonna be okay. I love you more than you know, and I love you every day. So I write this poem for hope, and for the fears of those who chose to read this, because I am now finally boasting in my weakness. I may feel insane on occasion, but I know God guides me through the maze. And you know what's the best thing about his light? That the sun never ceases to rise each day. In those 3 hours I cry. I write. I smile because I know God is by my side. He's the only reason I'm still alive. There's no other explanation, and I'm not searching for another. I'm content with the way he's made my life because even if I never get married, I know I'll always be his wife. So I had finished recording that poem, but I forgot to let y'all know just that I didn't do that poem or release it or show it to y'all for any sympathy or pity or anything like that. I did that for y'all so that anyone that may relate to that, just so that they know that we all feel like that on occasion, but that when God becomes real to you, that he really does fulfill you. And looking back again, like I was talking about the movie The Shack, the man in the movie, he was mad at God. And for me, when I was in high school, through all the trials and tribulations I went through, I didn't fully believe in God. So it was hard for me to be mad at someone that I didn't believe in. So when I got to college, I actually believed in him, and now I truly trust everything that he does, all the trials and tribulations that I go through with my family, that I go with in my own mind, with everything, just being on earth. But that's why this is the Hobo TV, Hobo show, whatever you want to call it. I'm think of a real name later. I know I'm kind of, anyways, but we're not focused on the things on earth. We're focused on the things that are in heaven. Colossians 3:2, 1 Corinthians 5, the very first chapter, it talks about our home in heaven, that this earthly tent that we live in right now is so temporary that we need to not focus on things on earth, but focus on things above. Trust in God, and he won't fail you. Hobo.